You can see the agent is not very good. It's missing the ball most of the time, but it's starting to get the hang of the idea that the bat should go towards the ball.
AlphaGo has won again, 3 straight wins.
3 straight wins, has won the match.
When Lisa resigned the game, he looked like unhappy.
Imagine a future in which artificial intelligence, AI, does more than just play games. It solves the most difficult scientific problems, imitates human thought processes, and even improves medical treatment. It's happening today, so this isn't science fiction. DeepMind, a UK-based AI startup owned by Alphabet, the parent company of Google, is at the center of this change. DeepMind is changing the landscape of artificial intelligence, from mastering board games to deciphering the workings of life's machinery. We must return to one of DeepMind's most famous discoveries in order to comprehend how it rose to the forefront of AI innovation, AlphaGo, the beginning of an AI legacy. A remarkable event that will impact the future of artificial intelligence occurred in 2016. Lee Sedol, a famed master of the ancient board game Go, was defeated by DeepMind's AlphaGo, an AI software that is seldom recognized outside of tech circles. 4 times out of 5, not once. Go isn't just any game though, it is regarded as a test of strategic depth, insight, and inventiveness because of its 3,000-year history. In contrast to chess, Go has an almost unlimited amount of possible moves, making it impossible for algorithms that rely solely on computation to win. For years, experts thought no computer could really understand how nuanced it was. They were mistaken. AlphaGo learned to play Go, not just play it. AlphaGo continuously improved by studying millions of previous games and then playing against itself thousands of times using deep neural networks and a method known as reinforcement learning. It started to create tactics that even world champions thought were unexpected, unconventional, and really clever.
Everything we've ever tried in AI just falls over when you try the game of Go.
The number of possible configurations of the board is more than the number of atoms in the universe.
The fight with Lee Sedol was more than just a bout, it was an experience. The world discovered that AlphaGo wasn't imitating human intellect when it executed move 37 in Game 2, a move so surprising that it confused grandmasters. It was taking a novel approach, something more. Despite Sedol's spectacular triumph in Game 4, which was hailed as the hand of God, it was clear that AI had advanced to a new level. AlphaGo showed that machines may now navigate domains previously believed to be solely human, removing the need for rule-based tasks or predictable results. AlphaGo's legacy extended beyond Go. Its innovations paved the way for AI applications in science, energy, and medicine, domains where innovative problem-solving is essential. AlphaGo was not only a computer software, it was a pivotal moment, an indication that the era of sentient machines had arrived. But DeepMind didn't stop at games. It set its sights on one of biology's greatest puzzles.
For the first time, we saw the effective application of artificial intelligence.
AlphaFold, cracking the protein code. DeepMind once again stunned the scientific community in 2020, but this time it wasn't on a gaming board. It had nothing to do with beating a human champion. It was about figuring out the protein folding problem, one of biology's most puzzling riddles. Scientists have been trying to figure out how the amino acid sequence of a protein folds and twists into a precise 3-dimensional shape for more than 50 years. This structure is essential to the protein's ability to operate in the body. Decades of work and developments in biology and computing did not fully resolve the issue, up until AlphaFold showed up. Not all of AlphaFold's forecasts were accurate. The code was cracked. AlphaFold's ability to anticipate the intricate 3D forms of proteins with remarkable accuracy was made possible by the use of deep learning and neural networks that were trained on enormous databases of known protein structures. Scientists were stunned by its performance at the 2020 CASP competition, which is known as the Olympics of protein folding. It frequently performed better than even the most effective laboratory-based experimental techniques.
AlphaFold's predictions could enable progress in all sorts of areas. Imagine a future where we can understand diseases more quickly and develop drugs to fight them.
Researchers might now complete a work in a matter of hours instead of years and millions of dollars. The ramifications were enormous. Researchers now have a potent tool to speed up drug development, comprehend rare diseases, and create novel enzymes and therapies thanks to AlphaFold. More than 350,000 protein structures were made freely and publicly available to the public in 2021 by DeepMind and the European Molecular Biology Laboratory, which sparked a rush of discoveries in biology and medicine. This was more than than just an A victory. It was humanity's victory. With AlphaFold, machine learning advanced beyond data analysis to produce novel scientific findings, ushering in a new era. It came to represent what AI is capable of when applied to the most important issues facing the globe. AlphaFold did more than just address a problem. It paved the road for the future of life sciences, from the abstract realm of molecules to practical applications. While AlphaFold tackled biology, DeepMind was simultaneously redefining how AI learns from and interacts with the world.
A couple of months ago, we made an explicit choice to try and scale up and speed up the StarCraft project. The way we went about that was to have different versions of the agent compete against each other on something we call the AlphaStar League.
AlphaStar, human-level AI in esports. DeepMind introduced artificial intelligence to the high-stakes realm of professional gaming in 2019. Not a lab or a boardroom. AlphaStar, their creation, their battlefield. Esports enthusiasts adore the fast-paced, real-time strategy game StarCraft 2, but many also fear it for being too complicated. StarCraft 2 is not a turn-based game like Go or chess. It requires quick choices, long-term planning, multitasking, resource management, and real-time adaptation to unforeseen circumstances. It is a simulation of chaos rather than merely a game. This kind of dynamic environment was long thought to be well beyond AI's capabilities. However, AlphaStar was not designed to be scripted. It gained knowledge by self-play, beginning from the beginning, fighting countless iterations of itself, and honing its tactics as it went. It advanced up the ranks in the same way as a human would, without the use of cheat codes or perfect knowledge.
I think he looks more confident than Tilo. Tilo was quite nervous before.
And it rose. After achieving Grandmaster level, AlphaStar ranked among the top 0.2% of all StarCraft 2 players globally. It managed armies, anticipated the maneuvers of adversaries, and carried out incredibly precise, razor-sharp tactics, outperforming experts rather than just keeping up with them. It was more than just AlphaStar's skill in the game that made its accomplishment genuinely revolutionary. It was the way it maneuvered through an extremely complicated and dynamic environment, which is similar to what people encounter in real-world situations. The same ideas hold true for autonomous systems, logistics, and military simulations. AlphaStar demonstrated that AI could function in situations requiring foresight, flexibility, and real-time execution in addition to static puzzles. AlphaStar deserved to be considered among the best in the esports industry. In the field of artificial intelligence, it demonstrated once more that when the task is particularly difficult, machines may perform on par with or even better than humans. This was more than just a game triumph. It was an additional step in AI's quest to become an expert in complexity, but DeepMind's vision extended beyond beating humans in games. It wanted to create AI that understands and learns like humans do.
With each search, we train it to be better. Sometimes we type in the search and it tells us the answer
before you have finished asking the question.
You know, who is the president of Kazakhstan? And it'll just tell you.
Gato, one model, many tasks. DeepMind unveiled something new, something more expansive in 2022, introducing Gato, a daring attempt to create a more universal form of intelligence. Gato was not made to dominate a single task in contrast to its predecessors, who were experts in a single subject. It was made to do a lot of things. DeepMind referred to Gato as a generalist agent. One model was taught to do more than 600 different activities, from annotating photos and playing Atari games to interacting with people and even using a robotic arm. Suddenly, a single model accomplished tasks that typically required distinct models. How? Gato acquired the ability to process actions, visuals, and words in a cohesive manner. Language, eyesight, and muscular control were not treated as distinct issues. Instead, it viewed them all through the same prism, learning from a variety of inputs and realizing that a command is a command regardless of whether it is to navigate a digital maze, pick up a block, or type a phrase. This was a preview of what could be, but it wasn't artificial general intelligence, AGI. Gato adjusted to its responsibilities rather than merely switching between them. It played video games 1 minute and captioned images the next, using the same neural weights and architecture. Gato's true accomplishment was breadth, even though its performance on each task wasn't always cutting edge. It demonstrated that a single model could generalize with the correct training, which is a crucial need for creating highly intelligent systems that can learn and think more like people. Gato was an intriguing generalist in a world full of AI experts, many hats, one brain. With Gato, DeepMind made a significant advancement toward a time when AI isn't limited to specific tasks, but can instead handle a variety of difficulties, much like humans. Gato was one of the first to introduce multitasking machines into the world, yet DeepMind's breakthroughs are not just technical feats. They're guided by strong ethical and societal considerations.
It is superhuman. It plays the games at super speed.
In less than a minute.
Ethics and AI for good. As the power of artificial intelligence increases, so does the associated responsibility. DeepMind is aware of this and has prioritized safety and ethics from the beginning. DeepMind moves cautiously and carefully, in contrast to many tech firms that rush ahead. It actively works with researchers, ethicists, and policy experts worldwide and has set up an independent ethics board. The objective? To ensure that AI is not only cutting edge but also advantageous, advancing science and humanity rather than just power or profit. This concept is demonstrated by its practical effects rather than only being expressed on a web page. Consider energy. Wind energy estimates have become more accurate thanks to DeepMind's AI, which also makes it simpler to integrate renewable energy sources into national systems. In a different project, DeepMind's systems lowered carbon emissions and saved a significant amount of money by up to 40% on the electricity used to cool Google's data centers.
We're rapidly headed towards digital superintelligence that far exceeds any human. I think it's very obvious.
Another area where DeepMind has successfully used AI is healthcare. With automated accuracy that frequently rivals that of human specialists, its algorithms have assisted physicians in identifying early indicators of eye disease from retinal scans. These initiatives provide an example of how AI might enhance human care rather than replace it by collaborating with clinicians and upholding stringent data ethics. However, DeepMind is also aware that strong instruments can have unexpected repercussions. To guarantee that future systems behave dependably, openly, and in accordance with human values, the corporation makes significant investments in AI safety research. Building trust is just as important as technology. DeepMind's vision is fundamentally more than just innovation. It's about stewardship, cultivating not just brilliant but sensible intelligence. Intelligence that assists in resolving the most difficult issues facing the globe without generating new ones. DeepMind serves as a reminder in a rapidly evolving area that morality and advancement are not mutually exclusive, but rather work together to create a better future. So what does all this mean for the future of artificial intelligence in our everyday lives? What DeepMind means for the future. Beyond remarkable achievements, DeepMind's innovations hint about the direction of artificial intelligence in general. DeepMind has demonstrated that AI is capable of handling challenging real-world problems, as seen by AlphaFold's biological insights, AlphaStar's strategic prowess, and Gato's capacity for multitasking. Its models are partners as well as tools, enhancing human potential in fields such as science, medicine, energy, and more. DeepMind's efforts will contribute to the development of powerful, moral, open, and socially beneficial systems as AI develops. In many respects, DeepMind is not only developing AI, it is also assisting in the definition of how intelligent computers will collaborate with humans to address the most important issues facing the planet. And as we reflect on DeepMind's journey, one thing becomes clear. Science fiction and research papers are no longer the only places where artificial intelligence may be found. It's here, changing the world one innovation at a time. DeepMind is at the center of this revolution, pushing the envelope and redefining what humans and machines can accomplish together. This is the future of advancement, not simply artificial intelligence. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone curious about the future of AI. Until next time, stay informed and stay inspired. Thanks for watching.